Hello my dear students. Samantha here. How about you have some shortcuts in your activities? Wouldn't it be great if you can shorten your Python code to make it look good? Let's watch this video to learn the tricks.
Hello everyone. Right now I'm going to show you how to use Python's turtle module to draw a square. In one of my previous videos I showed you how to draw a square by moving your turtle forward and left a couple of times, but in this video we're just going to use the Python's loop code to run through several lines of code a few times, and this will keep our code shorter and easier to read. So I'm just going to go, so I have my Python shell open here. I'm going to click on File, New File to write my new code, and I'm going to type import turtle to import Python's turtle module into my program so that I can start using all of the features that comes with the turtle module. In the next line, I'm going to set up my turtle spin. And if I run these two lines of code, I'm going to save this in my documents folder, and I'm going to save this as loop square. And then if I save it in my documents and I run the code, you can see my turtle's pin has already been set up. So now I need to run this 4 times to make my square. So I'm just going to close it. And in the next, this entire pin, I'm just going to store it inside this variable t, so that in the rest of the lines, I don't have to write the turtle pin. Every time I want to use the pin, I can just denote my pin with a t. So in the next line, I'm going to write my for loop, and it's going to say for x in range 4 inside a parenthesis, and then I'll put a colon and write t dot forward by 100 pixels, and then t dot left by 90. So what I'm doing here is that I am asking my program to run my pin. T means my pin, so my pin is going to run forward by 100 pixels, and then it's gonna turn its angle by 90 degrees. And with this for loop, I am asking my program to run these 2 lines of code 4 times, because it says range 4. So these 2 lines of code will run 4 times. And x is basically keeping track of the number of times I'm running or looping through this code. So x is the variable that's keeping track of my the numbers I'm running through the loop. So when at the beginning of this code, x is going to be 0 first, because the computer starts counting from 0 instead of 1. So x is going to be 0 at first, and then these 2 lines of code will run t forward, t left, and then x is going to be 1 when I loop through this code again. And again, I'll run these 2 lines of code. Then x will be 2. I run these 2 lines of code again. Then 3, and then I run through these 2 lines of code again, and that will be the end. So in other words, I'm just running these 2 lines of code 4 times, and x is keeping track of the number of times I'm looping through these 2 lines of code. So if I run this set of code, hit OK, you can see that I have a perfect square right now. So so that's the beauty of the for loop. And it's that instead of writing t forward 100, t left 4 times manually, I can just create a loop and write these 2 lines of code 4 times. If you want, you can change this to to not only 4, but a higher number, like 38. And you can change the forward, you can leave it as 100. You can change the angle by 175. So now you're going to run these 2 lines of code 38 times. Each time it's going to move forward by 100 and change the angle by 175. So now if I run this module, you can see that instead of square, it's making a star pattern. So, so that's the advantage of the for loop, is that with Turtle, you can run the for loop with different numbers and variations, as you have seen here, to create different Turtle patterns. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching.